Welcome back to the RLCTS. We are here at Road Atlanta for race 2 of the season. This road course will prove very tricky for our drivers. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. The 75 of Zayden Davidson on pole for this race, and to his outside, Nathan Stapleton in the 66. The Truck Series regulars qualifying much better this time, as the only one that is not a truck regular in the top 10 is Andrew Thomas in the 45 truck. We got some other notable qualifiers. Derek Hamill this time in the 26, starting 16th, alongside Bob Burns in the 81 truck. And a lot of drivers qualifying 30th or lower, at least making their first start in the truck series. Fair, Nolan, Ellison, Yepes, Blevins, Shoestry. So a lot of them are looking to make their way up through the field and get a lot of experience here. But that's all for the starting lineup. Let's take it down to the field. Trucks are rolling at Road Atlanta. We got ourselves a 20-lap race for today. Zayden Davidson on pole, Nathan Stapleton on the outside. And as the pace truck comes in, the starting launch is going to be very important for this race. 75-66. Coming to take the green flag. Start looks pretty even. Dueling going down into one. Zayden Davidson noses out. Can he clear? He does. He clears. The top three all lined up where they are. Very close together. Looking they make their way through here. And further back, it is going to be a cacophony of side-by-side through the S's. Absolute mayhem, if you will. Major Robinson sliding around. He's good. Tyler Resendez is not good. He slimes into the wall. More trouble. Chrome Lawson into the sand pit. This chaos is going crazy right now, but everybody else seems to be getting through. The 1, the 19, and the 26 all caught up in the shit. Caution is out. The top few just kind of pulling where they are right now. Headed down to this very tight braking zone. It's going to be a quick left, followed by an immediate right. Stapleton sticks with the leader. Doesn't get a chance to pass, though. And Ryan Acosta, Jared Schenk, side by side through the final complex. The 85 grabbing one more spot before we hit the yellow. Let's see what the hell happened back there. Looking at the 19 truck, seeing what happens through the S's. It looks like he just gets kicked out of line a little bit. And when he tries to get back in, the 26 was already there, and that just sends them both into the wall. Unfortunate what all happens. Chrome Lawson, you see him getting into that sand pit there. That might have been off contact from the 34. Definitely trying to cram so many trucks into one spot. It just all goes terribly wrong. Seeing those that are able to survive running out there. Pace lights are off. And your top 10 are the 75, 66, 45, 20, 18 rounding out top 5, 85, 92, 13, 47, 52 rounding out the top 10 here as we're getting ready for a restart. The leaders coming across the final turn. We are ready to take the green flag back in the air. Zayden Davidson taking a defensive line into one. See how well that plays out for him. Stapleton able to close in down the front. Is he able to do anything with it, though, is the question. The answer looks like it's going to be no. Andrew Thomas maintains third as teammates round out the top 5 to each other, not to the 45. Plenty of single file. They're just kind of getting the lay of the land. Don't want to cause too many yellows. Would absolutely drag the pace of this race down. And just outside the top 10, J.R. Bedard. He ran pretty well on the initial start, trying to get his qualifying position as best he can, but just dropping those spots early on. Not exactly ideal. Looking at everybody going through the straights. Hitting this final braking zone is going to be very important. Varga getting right up to it, but not making a move just yet. Zachary DeLello, Ryan Vasquez. It looks like the 9 tried something, but it didn't materialize into anything. Going back up to the front here. You can really see just how it is through these, like, S's. Stapleton looks like he tries to take a dive, and he wants it, but getting offline like that's going to get him a little squirrely. The 66 might be faster. It's just a matter of defensive driving from the 75. And speaking of defensive driving, the 45 is not doing that at all. Dunlap looking for third. If he could just get a better launch onto this longer back straightaway. I mean, the inside lane, you could try that, but it might not work out for you. He gets back in line. Coming up on a much heavier braking zone to see what the 20's got. Dunn swings out. Doesn't try to outbrake the 45, though. Interesting driving decisions here. Interesting driving decisions. I'm taking a look here. It is just night and day between these two right now. The 75 trying to hang on. The 66 is all attack. Oof. He lets him go a little bit. I think sometimes generating some kind of a run might be better. Oh! Shank! Hard into the wall. 85. Took a hit. We're under yellow. And that's going to change everything. He was running 6th at the time. I think Ryan Acosta may have given him the tip-off. He only lost the spot to the 13. But that is a tough break for the 85. Those leaders still going at it. Can Zayden hold off for just a couple more turns? He could be the leader at the yellow. It would be a massive advantage. And that's exactly what the 75 is going to do. Second yellow of the day. Another time to investigate what went wrong. All right, taking a look at the 85 Chevrolet, it almost looks like he turns in later than he is supposed to. And when he goes to check it, the 92 just had nowhere to go. Acosta was able to save it and keep going. Not so lucky for the 85 in the tires and likely destroyed. We are back at Road Atlanta. 75 still leading this thing. And you see the 85 out of the race. Unexpected pit stop from the 48 of Braden Varga. That is that Spotify truck near the back. So the real 10th place appears to be Eric Monaco in the 42. Moving on up. And here is the leaders looking for another grand restart. Can the 75 continue to hold out, or will the 66 get the better of them? We are back to green, green, green. Stapleton might have had a better launch there. He's got to be looking for something. Not quite going to be there. Speaking of being there, look at these two trucks, Major Robinson and Dunlap-Pratt. They're hitting the battle with each other. They make it through. I think Dunn's going to get fourth. Going through the S's this time. Major's going to hold his ground. And Major's going to stick with it for fourth. Seth Bayless spying a top 5 after all the lucky breaks he's received. Can he get there going into this double corner thing? 1, 2. If he has the exit momentum, that will definitely help him. Does he get it? He gets it. And looking at the Hondas, could they battle for second? You know, Andrew Thomas is going to be looking for more positions. 45 just needs to get a little bit better, and he could probably challenge that 66 for a spot. Ryan Acosta still manages to hold 7th after the incident with the 85. Don't really blame him for it. And we got another battle. Looking like the 9 of Vasquez has always been looking to make a pass on that 57. And look who's right behind both of them. That's Craig Newhouse in the 34. Just having a fairly consistent run. About all you could ask for. And Jack Davis making the first truck start for Lake Effect. It's been a rough start for the team, and he's hoping to turn it around the best he can. Oh, some side-by-side back there. Yeah, Nick Breeding and Mitchell Armstrong. There are a few of these trucks that had poor qualifying and are looking to just make up as many spots as they can. Kind of giving the effect of comers and goers. Breeding holding off the 33, though. So far, so good. Let's move on up. Oh, Andrew Thomas has fallen into the clutches of Major. And I think Major's going to clear for third. So the 18 grabbing a spot. One at a time. One at a time. And speaking of one at a time, the 66 has got one pass to go before he gets to where he needs to be. Nathan Stapleton and Zayden Davidson have been so close for so long. Only one of them can get the win. So far, the 75 is driving about as defensively as he can. One S after the other, just holding them off. Holding them off. A little bit behind here. As Dunlap-Pratt's kind of caught in a bit of a sandwich here. Going into this braking zone, they need to be careful not to mess each other up. But so far, they're just taking it easy. When the time is right, the move will be made. They're at least hoping to make the move. If they don't get another shot, then you're just sorry out of luck. One driver I do want to keep my eyes on, aside from the top two here, is Major. If that 18 can run down this battle and actually threaten for a win. That'll be a very solid day for Breeding Enterprises. 9 laps to go. It's going to get kind of interesting. We still have about 35-ish trucks on track. 35-ish trucks, yeah. So there's still plenty of midfielders that could, like, make a mistake and force a late race restart. But these drivers are just wanting to go green all the way. They do not want to have to think about any other uncontrollable variable that could mess them up. Oh, the 18 is right on the back of the 66. Holy cow. He's got time. This long straightaway they're coming up on. Maybe get a little bit of a slipstream. See what extra speed you could pull down here. The top few are probably going to be the fastest. It's just keeping up with the leader is the big thing. The 66 was all over the back. Let's kind of stand off a little bit. That braking zone could be very effective for getting just a little bit more in there. See, Noah Hart just kind of existed in 8th. And hey, look, we got a caution. 4th yellow of the day. What even happened? Going up the hill on the exit of turn 1, it just looks like the smoke just rolls out of the 71 of Wayne Hovick. He gets out of the way a little bit there, but it just all comes up bad when he hits this corner. Gets right into about the middle there, and unfortunately can't get out of the way much more. Devin Fair kind of skimming the side of the 59, giving him a little bit of damage as the 0 of Diego Yepes just stuck a little bit, just trying to minimize damage, but everyone else just seemed to get by. Coming to the restart with 6 laps to go, the 71 is also out of the race for his incident. 34 drivers on track. And it is still just all eyes on the front few. These restarts have been very important to nail down for Zayden Davidson. As if he's going to want to have a shot to win. He's got another one he's going to need to perfect. The 66, can he do anything about this? We're back green on the restart. The top 3 get the best launch there, as they're all going in. Maybe not as close as second or third would have wanted. Stapleton having to have to drive a little bit better. He's not at the spot to make a pass yet. Andrew Thomas goes a little bit wide. He's going to have to hold off Seth Bayless into 13. Through the turns. Andrew, whoa! Andrew Thomas going really wide. Opens the door for Dunlap-Prad. And the 45 drops a few spots. Not what that team wanted to see. They are side by side, a bunch back here for spots inside the top 10. Plenty of points are on the line. Dunlap-Prad can't seem to get the pass he wants on Seth Bayless. As the 92 has to settle behind the 45 as well. One more set of trucks went and sorted out. J.R. Bedard and Noah Hart coming up on the heavy braking zone. Look at so many just opportunities for winging out for a pass. JR gets a little bit there. Oh, Vasquez into the sand. He gets it back going. He's rolling. We're still green. And the 9's getting back up to speed. All right. Everybody side by single file. The top two have pulled away a little bit. Major in third. Looking for any reason to get back up there. Dunlap took fourth back from Seth Bayless. Now Andrew Thomas sits sixth after his exchange. Nathan Stapleton, 66. Needs to find the right chance to make a move. Major almost took a swing, but backs out of it. Dunlap a distant fourth. He's trying to secure the best finish he can for himself. Back into this nefarious complex. Major getting a little bumper heavy. Using the chrome horn on that 18 to try to send a message. If Major being aggressive in these braking zones, he's got a chance, but time is slowly dwindling down. One-two on the qualifying have been 1-2 this entire race. Stapleton looking for any way around that he can. And not only does he have to keep the pressure on the 75, but also has to hold off the 18. It is an unenviable position. Zayden sloppy in the corners, but Stapleton isn't quite able to be up there. He closes the gap. Now just needs another mistake from the 75. That's all you could ask for. As they go down the back, Dunlap begins entering the picture. Further on back, just outside the top 10, Craig Newhouse, Bobo Jones. The 34 has had a silently good day. He's looking to keep on pounding as the final few laps wind down. See how Major enters this. They are stacked completely. Coming to 3 laps to go. It is kind of stressful, both watching and being on track. Let's take a look at some other angles here. Major through the S's. Maybe not the best way to start there. He's just got to work with something. Up the hill. The top 3, all good. And the top 4 pulling away. Ryan Acosta is looking for a top 5. He has got himself all over the back of Seth Bayless. That's Andrew Thomas dropping another spot. He was in 6th earlier, now 7th. And seeing as this little second group all the way back to Zachary DeLello. The 57 has been doing fine. It's just all eyes on his teammate for defense. Going in the corner, Major trying to pressure the opportunity. But I don't think mind games are what you need here. You need action. As we are under yellow again. That is going to be an interesting debacle here. And down the S's, this is 10th place. J.R. Bedard. He just comes to a stop. Mechanical has been very important today for these drivers. The 4 breaking something on the uphill section is absolutely the worst time to do something like that. And that thing's going to come to a stop and would absolutely explain why we are under yellow right now. Unfortunate. Unfortunately, with the timing of the caution, it came out too late in the race, and we will not have another restart. So the pace truck will send the field across the start finish line for the final time, and the race winner will be the number 75 of Zayden Davidson. And coming to take the checkered flag, win is official. Solid run for Nathan Stapleton in second place. Couldn't quite get it done. Major Robinson in third, with Dunn LaPrade, Seth Bayless rounding out top 5. 92, 45, 47, 57, and 34 is your top 10 for this race. Overall, this war of attrition favored those that could keep their trucks in one piece. And it was the 75 that was absolutely able to do so. So we'll take you down to the results right now. Here we are at the final results. Once again, congratulations to Zayden Davidson for his first win. Nathan Stapleton was following him in second all race long, but just couldn't find the pass. Other notable finishers include Seth Bayless pulling himself up to a top 5 finishing position, Craig Newhouse getting top 10 again in the trucks, and Jack Davis coming home 13th. A solid start for that team. Triple top 20 for Crossroads Racing's 8, 11, and 31, all bagging solid finishes. There are a lot of drivers that were able to survive and make their way up through, while others not so much. Taking a look at some of the more unfortunate finishes here. Mitchell Carter's 29 coming home in 23rd. There were some drivers involved in some scuffles, definitely dropping through spots. Ryan Griffin and Ryan Vasquez. Both the Blue Fury trucks, Varga and Baez, definitely not bagging good finishes. And our Daytona winner, Bob Burns, struggling and finishing 30th on the day. Extended results all the way down. That is all we have for this race. Till next time, take care.